Right now at 6, relief for homeowners. La Crosse County property taxes may be dropping. And off limits. The La Crosse School Board has a new member, but she is not allowed to talk with News 8 Now or any other reporter.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Amy DuPont. Ken is on assignment and he's going to join us shortly. The La Crosse County Board is working on the next budget, the total $208 million. News 8 Now's Rob Romano dug into how your tax dollars will be spent and has the latest on what we're going to see this year. Rob.
Good evening, Amy. The county says the $208 million budget would reduce its debt by 12.5% compared to 2022. Officials say they're going to do this by cutting costs. La Crosse County Board Chair Monica Cruz says under the county's 2023 budget, property taxes will fall.
If you have a $100,000 house and you paid $310 in property taxes last year, it's going down to $290.
It comes as the county plans to spend more on infrastructure, including $7 million allocated for county highway projects. Officials have also been debating how to spend millions of dollars in American Rescue Plan funding.
An arduous process, let's say that. We had to create task forces that, tried to decide where the money was best spent. There was some controversy about that, of course.
One project that is expected to receive millions in ARPA funds is the Hillview Nursing Home, according to Executive Director of Long-Term Care and Residential Facilities, Wanda Plachecki.
The La Crosse County Board has supported the project by authorizing up to $5 million of their ARPA dollars to help fund the building of the project.
Right now, Hillview Nursing Home houses 60 people, but according to Plachecki, has the capacity for about 200. Officials want to use ARPA funds to build an additional structure for 48 residents who need specialized dementia and Alzheimer's care. Plachecki adds that the new facility would not be attached to the current nursing home.
If final authorization is obtained to do that, then that would be the plan, to build an additional 48 beds, and then after that look at assessing this current building structure to determine what we might need for nursing home care, and then to make a decision about whether or not that's going to be a renovation, some demolition, if it's going to be a new building.
The project is still in the planning stage, but county officials maintain that no one would be displaced in the process of building the new facility. Amy, back to you.
All right, thank you, Rob. The county is expected to vote on that 2023 budget on November 23rd. Well, fall this morning, at least that's what it felt like. And then, Bill, as soon as that fog burned off, we were right back to false fall, or what do they call it, late summer? I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've been saying September is kind of the new August around here. And boy, the next week or so, you're going to see why, with temperatures above average pretty much every day. Today, slightly above average. 78 was the high. Average high is 76 in La Crosse. Most spots in the 70s for afternoon highs with that hazy sunshine. And there's a live look through CityCam. Again, this haze is caused from smoke aloft from the wildfires out to the west. Fog tonight and tomorrow morning, more isolated than the past couple of mornings, and the best chances will be south and east of La Crosse. Dry tomorrow. Next rain chance Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yet another weekend where we're going to have to be dodging some rain chances. Tonight, just some high clouds drifting across parts of the area. We're still at 75 in La Crosse, 73 in Eau Claire, and as you can see there, most spots between about 71 and 75 degrees. Just some high clouds passing through at times overnight. Some patchy fog late tonight, early tomorrow, mainly south and east. Otherwise fairly mild with lows in the 50s to right around 60 degrees here in La Crosse. I'll discuss those rain chances heading into the weekend with my 8-day forecast in just a few minutes.
All right. Thank you, Bill. The La Crosse County Clerk of Courts is asking voters to remember her name. Kelly Guyette lost the April primary, but today announced she is running as a write-in candidate. Guyette says she received an endorsement from her mentor and past county clerk Pam Radke, and says her colleagues and coworkers encouraged her to consider running as a write-in in the campaign.
And I understand that, and I'm going into this understanding that this is going to be a challenge, but I have to continue fighting forward. I'm fighting for those people that continuously reach out to me and ask me to do this, that they want to see me continue to handle this office and continue to work in this position.
Guyette says winning will be tough, but she's confident and hopeful voters will remember her name and write her in this November.
Clerk of Court.
The latest Marquette Law School poll finds incumbent Republican Ron Johnson leading the race for Wisconsin's Senate seat. According to that poll released today, he has the support of 49% of Wisconsin's likely voters. That's up from 45% just a month ago in August, while his challenger, Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes, has fallen from 52 to 48%. In the race for Wisconsin governor, incumbent Democrat Tony Evers remains ahead of challenger Tim Michels. Evers has reportedly 47% of the vote. Michels trails with 44%. A new member has joined the school district of La Crosse's Board of Education. News 8 Now asked to speak with her. We were denied. Why? According to a district spokesman, the school board policy implemented 17 years ago doesn't allow it. News 8 Now's Dua Asrar asked why.
Amy, according to the policy, only the Board of Education president can speak with reporters. The spokesman called the president the voice of the board. Keep in mind, each board member is elected by taxpayers, or in this case, chosen by the board. We asked the district why they shouldn't have a voice too.
If words have meaning, then bullet point 4 in the La Crosse School Board of Education's mission statement would suggest the district has effective communication and collaboration with the community. But that doesn't explain why the school board wouldn't let News 8 introduce you to its newest board member.
Emily Moots has 4 votes.
Former Logan High School teacher Emily Moots. In August, now former board member Rob Abraham resigned.
Effective immediately.
Abraham criticized the district's proposed referendum to consolidate its 2 high schools, and Superintendent Aaron Engel, comparing Engel's leadership to a dictatorship.
I cannot in good faith continue to serve with this leadership, direction, and tactics.
On Monday, the La Crosse Board of Education chose Moots to replace Abraham.
You will be our next board member.
Moots says she wanted to join the board because of her experience as a former La Crosse district educator.
And I did because of how I was treated as a teacher in this district.
News 8 Now contacted the district spokesman to set up an interview with Moots. The spokesman said no. He said a 2005 policy directs all media requests to the board president and only the board president. In a public school system, the superintendent answers to the school board. Board members answer to taxpayers. But under the current policy, the taxpayer rarely, if ever, gets to hear from the person they chose to represent them. So while the district mission statement calls for effective communication, the board policy limits it to just 1 member. The other 8, including Emily Moots, stay silent.
When we were not allowed to speak with Emily Moots, we asked to speak with the only person we are allowed to, President Juan Jimenez. The spokesman told us President Jimenez was unavailable today.
Amy tried. Thanks, Dua. Now, under Wisconsin's open meetings law, the media policy would have needed to be publicized on a meeting agenda and then voted on by the board. So News 8 Now asked the district to see that policy. It's nowhere on their website and prove that those things took place. A spokesperson said that they are looking into it. The La Crosse MTU is planning to assess, update, refurbish, and add new shelters at the bus stops. The MTU is planning to utilize federal transit funds to do so. So here's what they're going to do. They're going to ask community members to talk about the options. Where would they like to see a new shelter, and which shelters would they like to be improved? There is going to be a form you can fill out. We'll post a link at news8000.com. Oh, what a bummer. Stepping Out in Pink, as you know, had to be canceled last weekend because of the weather, but it's not too late to help out this great cause. You can still buy a shirt or items from any of the vendors, and you can also make a monetary donation. This is a great cause. We're going to post more information on news8000.com. Well, coming up, a Copeland Park Jam session. Great Rivers United Way is inviting you to party tomorrow at Logger Stadium. And later, ready to Prost. Meet this year's La Crosse Oktoberfest parade marshals.
Dear Senator Johnson, living on a fixed income, it's a struggle. I paid into Social Security and Medicare every paycheck. So it was a slap in the face when you voted to weaken Medicare. That would increase out-of-pocket costs. And when you wanted to let Wall Street gamble with Social Security. Senator Johnson, you look out for yourself and your fat cat donors, but have forgotten about us. SMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
Professor Penny, I need to take a 4-cheese quesadilla back to my lab. I got you, girl. It is mathematically impossible to fit 4 cheeses inside. Better get 2 for research purposes.
The new 4-cheese quesadilla at Taco John's. Blain's Farm and Fleet's Big Fall Sale is going on now. We're your one-stop shop for seasonal supplies, offering massive fall savings throughout the store. Like Estate Late Fall Winterizer, just $24.99. Get 20% off all GE light bulbs. These AgroMaster tarps, also 20% off. And assorted multi-pet dog toys, buy one, get one free. Plus, we always offer Blain's Best Price Promise, the guaranteed lowest price or we'll match it.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Derek Van Orden, former U.S. Navy SEAL. Over 20 years of active duty, defending America in hostile territory. 5 combat tours, hundreds of missions, sea, air, and land. Now, he's on the most important no-fail mission of his life.
Saving America for my grandchildren and yours.
Grandpa, we're just going to the park.
Yes, we are. You guys ready? Yeah! Derek Van Orden and I approve this mission and this message.
If you celebrate a birthday in September, you're not alone. According to medical experts, September is statistically the #1 birth month in the United States. If you want to know why, okay, here we go. Doctors and other medical professionals say, well, let's just say there were plenty of people really celebrating the holidays.
Usually it's the middle couple weeks of September that there are an uptick of births. We can usually attribute this to the 40 weeks prior, which lands right around the holidays.
Health officials at La Crosse's Mayo Clinic Health System are expecting to see, or they're excited to see what the statistics are going to be for births in September of 2022. Get ready to rock at La Crosse's Copeland Park. The Great Rivers United Way is hosting United We Rock. It's a free concert and it's going to take place tomorrow. Doors will open at 5 with the acoustic act Tom Conrad. Great Rivers United Way encourages the community to come early and take advantage of at-the-door promotions.
We'll also have different promotions that you can do through the door. So the first 100 wearing a Live United t-shirt through the door will get a free drink, and the first 250 through the door will get a free swag bag thanks to our generous sponsors.
Food and beverages will also be available for sale. Up next, meet the newest member of the La Crosse Oktoberfest family. We're going to go live to Copeland Park where the parade marshal announcements are underway.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl. Another dry day tomorrow, but then we're going to have to start dodging those rain chances again starting on Friday. All the details of my 8-day forecast up next.
It's Throwback Thursdays at Hy-Vee. This Thursday, Bar S Franks only 77 cents and Hy-Vee butter only $1.68 while supplies last. Thursday only. And visit HyVeeDeals.com for even more deals.
Do you feel safe? Mandela Barnes would eliminate cash bail, setting accused criminals free into the community before trial. Even with shootings, robberies, carjackings, violent attacks on our police. More than 300 murders last year alone. Yet Barnes has even supported defunding the police. Mandela Barnes, he stands with them, not us. Senate Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Give your floors the update they deserve with Menard's huge selection of flooring. Lupex Mills provides soft, luxurious carpet that is backed by a lifetime stain and fade warranty. Save 11% on all Lupex Mills carpet. Transform the look of any living space with vinyl plank flooring from Great Lakes. It's durable, waterproof, and easy to install, making it the perfect floor for an active lifestyle. Now 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. Creep up on savings all month long with our progressive sale. The more you spend, the more you save. $50 off a $500 purchase. $125 off $1,000. $300 off $2,000. $600 off $3,000. The savings never end on bedding, recliners, dining, and more. Wesco and Sparta, where right glove delivery and setup are always free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
I've delivered 500 babies in my career. Abortion is divisive, and Tim Walz is weaponizing the issue. In Minnesota, it's a protected constitutional right, and no governor can change that. And I'm not running to do that. I'm running because we need safe streets, excellent schools, parental rights, and more money in the family budget. That's what I'll fight for. Let's focus on the issues that matter.
It's Throwback Thursdays at Hy-Vee. This Thursday, buy one, get one free on a 2-entree Hy-Vee Chinese meal. And bakery fresh brownies or pumpkin bars, only $4.99. Thursday only. And visit HyVeeDeals.com for even more deals.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now, our community, your station.
Hard to believe, but Oktoberfest is going to kick off just a few weeks from now. Preparations are well underway, and that includes the naming of the royal family. And tonight, our News 8 Now's Ken Kozarowski is live at Copeland Park, where we just learned the identities of this year's parade marshals.
That is exactly right, Amy. Thanks for having me here at Copeland Park in La Crosse, where, as you mentioned, we recently heard Oktoberfest officials naming the two newest marshals for the two parades of Oktoberfest, the Torchlight and the Maple Leaf Parade. We have the reception line, in fact, right behind me. I'm going to step aside. The community is out in droves. The food is smelling fantastic. It's just insane. This is my first time being in this area for this kind of Oktoberfest celebration. But as we near one of the marshals, let's introduce you to him. The Torchlight Parade on the La Crosse's north side will have Mike Jorgensen leading the way. Jorgensen has served as a La Crosse firefighter for 34 years. His wife actually used to live right by the Torchlight Parade route, and it was a special tradition for her family. So now Mike and Penny will get to introduce it to their grandkids this year.
They have never seen it because they live out of town. So they're getting out of school to come and watch the Torchlight Parade, and we're so excited to share that.
And they have the Lederhosen and Dirndls as well, so they are really excited.
Now, as a firefighter, Jorgensen played a big role in modernizing the fire department. He still also gives his time to teach stress management for local emergency first responders who have just gone through responding to a traumatic event. Now, the Maple Leaf Parade Marshal this year, I should say, is Dave Giefer. Dave knows Oktoberfest extremely well. He has volunteered for this for over 30 years. He was also on the board of directors for about 16 years. Now he's looking forward to a different perspective on enjoying Oktoberfest.
I've worked the working side of Fest for 30-some years, helping out in one way or another. And now being part of the royal family would be fun to do the parades every weekend somewhere else, do the schools, the nursing homes. I'm pretty excited about that part of Fest.
And of course, Dave has been very active in the community, as most of these parade marshals are. It's the reason why they're nominated by their peers, former marshals. Dave retired as La Crosse Center's food and beverage manager earlier this year, but he's been a big part of the JC's program, Toys for Tots, serving as Santa Claus during Rotary Lights. He's seemingly everywhere all at once. And you've probably seen some of his volunteer work by just looking up in the sky, because in the early 80s, he was integral to getting a U.S. flag atop Grandad Bluff. So, two very deserving marshals for this year's Oktoberfest festival that's celebrating over 60 years of a La Crosse tradition. Torchlight Parade, 7 o'clock, September 29th, and then Maple Leaf Parade, 10 a.m. on Saturday, October 1st. And we will be live streaming that Maple Leaf Parade on our 8.2 channel. Amy, you and Jordan will be on the call. I'm sure you guys are preparing vociferously for it. But what a fantastic event this has been. The marshals are very excited to serve their community in this role. And remember, it's not just for the Oktoberfest weekend. They're in this role for the next calendar year.
It's
so,
a huge
very deserving
commitment.
marshals. We're looking forward to Oktoberfest in a couple of weeks.
All right, thanks, Ken. All right, we got to go right to weather because, Bill, I know you have a lot to say. We got a little bit of rain. These weekend events are happening right now, and it's a trend now.
Yeah, that's been a trend for sure. But this morning, and this is a common trend during September, August as well, we get this areas of fog, especially in the river valleys, and this morning was no different. In fact, some very thick fog, and then it mixed out by about 10 o'clock or so this morning. Look what drifted out of the fog this morning. This must have been a sight to see. Thanks to Jeff Boyne for this. Yeah, the American Queen docked. Hopefully they had some eyes and ears on the shore to help them creep out of the fog and dock there at Riverside Park. Just a beautiful scene, kind of an eerie scene earlier this morning. Now tonight and tomorrow, patchy fog once again, but this time quite a bit more isolated, and it looks like it's mainly going to be confined to areas, say, near Viroqua and Westby and south and east of there. Not to say that we could see some patchy fog elsewhere, but in terms of the widespread fog like we've seen the past couple of mornings, it's not looking like that's going to be the case. Boy, hazy sunshine. Again, it's from that wildfire smoke aloft. 78 was the high today, 55 the low, so not too far off the averages, and no rainfall for today. 75 here at the station, also out at the airport. Winds out of the east-southeast close to 10. The Mississippi up 5.06 feet, and hazy sun for you folks in Eau Claire as well, and you are at 73 degrees. A little bit warmer to the south and west, and that's the warmer air that's going to filter into our neck of the woods for the next several days. Current temperatures in the low to mid 70s for most, and winds out of the south and east at around 5 to 15 miles per hour. So a little bit of a breeze overnight that's going to help prevent some of that fog from being so widespread as the past couple of nights. Now there's the moisture out to the west that will eventually spell some rain chances, unfortunately, starting Friday and continuing in off and on fashion through the weekend. Tonight, again, there's that fog developing down to the south and east. Otherwise, just some high clouds creeping through from time to time. And then heading into Friday and Saturday, we'll have to start dodging those kind of hit and miss shower and thunderstorm chances. So for tonight, we're looking at high clouds at times, maybe some patchy fog late, especially south and east. Lows in La Crosse around 60, 83 tomorrow, breezy and warm. And we're going to stay above average through the period here with those periodic chances for rain Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then a cold front comes through around the middle of next week, right around the first day of fall, astronomical fall, and that will drop temperatures back into the 70s, maybe even 60s for highs later next week.
All right, thanks, Bill.
Okay.
Stay with us. Sports is next.
CityCam 8 is brought to you by The Board Store. Ever wonder what a bath remodel would do for your soul? Rejoice! The Board Store can help you find that joy with a new tub or shower or a complete bath remodel. Call or visit today.
Score great savings Friday through Sunday at Ashley Furniture Outlet, with recliners starting at $330, beds as low as $290, and up to 80% off clearance items. Only at Ashley Furniture Outlet in Arcadia, off Flashco Avenue and State Road 93.
By some measures, our economy is doing great. We've reached the lowest unemployment in state history. We have a record budget surplus. But there's another side too, rising prices for groceries, gas, and medications. Folks, that's a problem. That's why I have a plan to cap prescription drug prices, aggressively prosecute price gouging, and cut taxes by another 10% for working families. It's the right thing to do for Wisconsin and our economy.
The weekend to-do list. It's a lot easier with the help of a John Deere 1 Series tractor. Attachments connect with ease, so you can knock out every task on your list. Whether you're moving earth, leveling a path, or mowing and mulching, one thing you're not doing is wrestling with the attachments. So you actually have time to enjoy your space and work on planning the next big project. John Deere 1 Series compact tractors. Versatile, easy, and affordable. Find yours at Tractor Central.
It's a John Deere day.
Schools forced to close, falling academic standards, parents told they don't have a say, transgender videos for kindergartners, and books that shame kids just for being white. That's Tony Evers' record on Wisconsin public schools.
As a mom, I have every right to know what my kids are being taught in class. Our schools should teach reading, writing, and math, not crazy liberal ideas.
Tony Evers, wrong for our kids, wrong for Wisconsin.
Ashley's Orange Tag Sale is going on now. You'll find great deals throughout the store and online. Plus, for a limited time, take an additional 15% off any item with an orange tag.
So let's go.
Visit your local Ashley store or shop online today.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
Bring on week 2, just 4 days until the green and gold get to flush that week 1 performance. They'll get a chance to do it against their biggest rival. It's one of the biggest rivalries in sports. Bears-Packers Sunday night at Lambeau. And for the Packers, a lot of the criticism stemming from game 1 was on the use of their running backs. A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones only touching the ball 23 times combined on Sunday, despite accounting for more than half of the team's offense. The backfield duo combining for 167 yards in their loss to the Vikings. On Monday, Coach LaFleur said, we need to get them the ball more, especially in the run game. And after practice on Wednesday, number 12 echoed those sentiments.
I think, maybe reacted, nothing against Matt. Matt probably said the same thing, but we maybe reacted to the score a little bit, and we run the ball well. I think we ran it like about six a clip, so we got to just stick with the runs, make sure we're getting our attempts where we want it to be. Because that means one of those guys touching the ball probably. And we have a lot of different packages where they're in the game at different spots, and just finding ways to get them to football a few more times.
And with Rodgers under center, the Packers are 10-0 in games when Jones and Dillon combined for at least 25 touches. So we'll see if that number goes up on Sunday. NBA news, it was announced yesterday that Robert Sarver, the owner of the Phoenix Suns and WNBA's Phoenix Mercury, will serve a one-year suspension after an investigation found Sarver treated female employees unfairly, made racist comments and inappropriate comments on employees' appearances. But today, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver said Sarver will not be forced to sell the team, Silver adding that he doesn't have the right to do that. On the diamond tonight, the Brewers have been playing better lately. 3 straight wins for the Crew. A big win last night in St. Louis against the rival Cardinals. Milwaukee will be looking to make it 4 straight tonight. They got their ace, Corbin Burns, on the hill. Coming into this one, Brewers still 7 games back in the NL Central, but they can cut it to 6 with the win tonight. They still have 2 games remaining against St. Louis later this month. As for Minnesota, Twins in a similar spot. They've lost a lot of ground over the past few weeks. Twins currently sit 5.5 back behind the Guardians in the AL Central, and the wild card even worse. They're 8.5 back of that 3rd and final wild card spot. Minnesota will look for its 2nd straight win tonight against Kansas City. That'll do it for sports. We'll be right back.
Come to the Vernon County Fair. Bring your family and enjoy food, exhibits, attractions, and the Midway. Visit our website for events like the tractor and truck pulls, demo derby, and horse pulls. The Draft Horse Show is back, and new this year, the Homemade Pie Auction. Vernon County Fair in Viroqua.
They're destroying America and our livelihoods. Now, DC elites are spending big on Brad Paff. The same Beltway bigwigs who wasted taxpayer money that bailed out elite golf courses and luxury hotels are now bankrolling Brad Paff's campaign. Because Brad Paff supported their big spending, price-hiking, reckless schemes. And that's why we can't send him to Washington. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
Come to the Vernon County Fair. Bring your family and enjoy food, exhibits, attractions, and the Midway. Visit our website for events like the tractor and truck pulls, demo derby, and horse pulls. The Draft Horse Show is back, and new this year, the Homemade Pie Auction. Vernon County Fair in Viroqua.
Again, a live look through CityCam will show that hazy sunshine. Pleasant evening, though, for outdoor plans. Overnight lows in the 50s to right around 60 degrees. Still a chance for some patchy fog, but not as widespread as the past couple of mornings. Mainly south and east looks like the best chances down there. Otherwise, warm stretch. Temperatures 80+ degrees most days. Still dry tomorrow, and then we'll have to dodge some rain chances Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh, boy. Your favorite night, Friday football
It feels like
rain.
every single Friday. Same story.
I'm just the
We're crossing
messenger.
our fingers.
Please remember
Not
that.
Bill's fault. We'll see you tonight at 10.